this video, I'm going to share with you 8 tips and or tricks for the Kobo. In this video, I'll be using the Kobo Libra Color as my example device, but as far as I know, these tips will work for any Kobo device, at least any that have been made in the last few years. I'm not sure about like the first generation Kobos. So starting off with an unofficial tip, but I do want to let you know, Kindle charms will fit into the Kobo. Yes, my wife makes these super adorable Kindle charms, but they're not just for the Kindle. They'll fit any USB-C device. That means they'll fit your phone, they'll fit your Kobo. I hope you'll pardon me for the pun, but I just had to plug my wife's Kindle charms here in this video. So check those out if you want to support the channel, support her business. It really means a lot. And they're super cute. As you can see, there's something for everybody, and they'll fit in not just your Kindle, but also in your Kobo. But with that out of the way, starting off with our first official tip, it has to do with the daily deal on your Kobo. So I don't know for absolutely certain that this is 100% all the time true, but I have found that anytime a book is on sale on Kindle, it's also been on sale on Kobo. So I assume that deals are not really set by the ebook stores themselves, but by the publisher. So anywhere you want to buy a book that's on sale, you probably can get it for that same price across probably any ebook retailer, but certainly between the Kobo and Kindle store I have found. So if you're like me and you use Kindle and you also use Kobo, I think this is helpful to know that if you see a book while you're on your Kindle and you're like, oh man, I wish I could buy that for Kobo for that price, there's a good chance that you can. It's just that Kobo isn't telling you about it, and you have to actually go and search for that book. Every time I've tested this, it's been true. Tip number 2 might seem like a simple one, but it's one that I found super helpful and didn't immediately know about. You can easily adjust your brightness on the Kobo just by swiping up or down on the left-hand side of the screen. This is super helpful if you're walking, say, outside and you need to adjust your brightness quite a bit to accommodate, or walking inside from being outside, or you get the idea. Anywhere you're changing environments, it'd be helpful to quickly adjust the brightness. Tip number 3 is something that's just very practical. So I have on my Kindle collections, because my wife and I share a Kindle account. I know there's probably a way we could have set it up where it would have been a lot easier to keep her books separate from my books. Not that I hate her books or she hates my books or anything, but you know, we just have different preferences. So sharing a Kindle account can be sort of annoying sometimes, but we try to separate our books by collections. And on the Kindle, it's super difficult to do that. You've got to go, and as far as I know, maybe there's an easier way, but as far as I know, add each book individually to a collection. And when you've got hundreds of books, that obviously is annoying and takes a long time, especially getting set up in the beginning. But on the Kobo, it's super easy to create collections. Just go to My Books, click Collections, and then click that 3-dot menu in the top right and create a new collection. From that point, it'll ask you what books you want to add to the collection, and you just check them. You just choose them, and boom, there they are. It's super easy and super convenient. Tip number 5, I think I kind of lost track, is it's easy to swap between books on the Libra. So if you take a lot of notes, for example, and you're keeping like a journal as you read, it can be a headache to get back to the main menu, go to your journals, find the journal that you want, open it up, make your journal entry, then go back to the home screen, navigate to the book you were just reading, and continue on. And if you're doing that several times per chapter, that would be a huge headache. But on the Kobo, all you have to do is swipe down from the top, and it will show you your most recently opened books or notebooks. So it's super easy to swap between book, notebook, or book to other book, or whatever you've just recently had open. You can quickly navigate between, and it's super duper easy. Now, this one's not necessarily a trick, but definitely more of a tip, and that is utilize Caliber. And this might not be for everybody, and I realize some people are intimidated by extra software. I get it. But Caliber is a super useful software that allows you to transfer books between devices. So from Kindle, say, to Kobo, or from Kobo to Kindle, or whatever. I have a video that I'll link in the description below showing you how you can read your Kindle books on the Kobo. It's super easy, much easier than you think, I promise. But Caliber is just a super, I think, useful tool that anyone who's serious about reading on an e-reader should at least know about and probably be utilizing in some way. So I did want to mention it in this video. I also have a link in the description where you can go ahead and download Caliber to your computer as well. Now, this next one is definitely going to be the most complicated on the list, but it's important, so I want to mention it. One thing about the Kobo I don't love so far is that it won't show you the clock while you're reading. Now, I realize to some people that's not a huge deal. Like, I'm reading, I'm just going to read until I'm done reading. I get it. But sometimes you want to know what time it is while you're reading, and you don't want to have to like tap on the screen every 30 seconds to check. Like, say you're reading on your lunch break at work. You don't want to get in trouble with your boss because you were reading too long and kind of lost track of time. I just think it's super helpful to be able to see it on the screen as you read. But unfortunately, Kobo won't let you do this out of the box. There's a way you can add a clock to your Kobo. Like I said, it's not super duper easy, but it's not super complicated either. I'm going to have a short because I don't want to make this video too long explaining the process, but I'm going to have a short that I'll link in the description below showing you how to do that. Really, once you know what you're doing, it's not hard, and that's what took me forever, is to figure out what I was doing. But once I knew what I was trying to do, it really took a minute or two. So I can show you, and it's super easy if you are interested in having a clock on your screen as you are reading on the Kobo. Another thing that is more of a tip than a trick, I guess, is to get one of these clicker things. So they're not too awfully priced. I think this was like $30, which is a little bit of money up front, but it's a good investment, I think. You just clip this thing on. You've probably seen people use them on their Kindles, but it does work on the Kobo as well. You just clip this thing onto your device somewhere out of the way, and then you use this clicker to advance page, or whatever the opposite of advance page is, not retreat, I'm sure, but go back a page with these simple buttons. It's a super simple device, but it's so convenient and so nice and makes reading on an e-reader just so much more comfortable. I will say if you're somebody who can find themselves falling asleep while you read, this might be dangerous because it takes all the work out of reading, but there's nothing better than lounging with this clicker with my Kobo either propped up on a stand or held up on this little iPad / tablet / e-reader holder thing that I found on Amazon. I'm going to have all this stuff linked in the description below so you can check it out for yourself, but it just makes reading so much more comfortable and convenient. So this last tip is going to be a little bit device specific, but any Kobo device that uses a stylus, so I guess just the Libra, as far as I know, Kobo's going to want you to buy this thing for $70, at least for the Kobo Libra color stylus. I'm pretty sure the previous Libra used a stylus as well. But anyways, this thing costs $70, which is not a ton of money, but it's kind of steep for basically a fake pen that, you just kind of scribble with. If you can afford it, I would go for it. But if you want a cheaper option, some people have success with a different stylus that's going to give you basically the same functionality, but for a lot less. I think $25 is what this particular stylus is going for. I believe it's for the Surface, I think, like the Surface tablets thing, the Windows tablet, I'm pretty sure it is. But people are saying that it works really well with the Kobo for a lot less. So I'm going to link that in the description as well. If you've kind of been a little bit leery of shelling out $70 for a fake pencil and you want something that's a little more economical, definitely go ahead and check this one out. That's it. Let me know in the comments below, though, your Kobo tips and tricks. I would absolutely love to hear them. I myself am relatively new to Kobo, so I would absolutely love to hear about some features that I might be missing out on or some things I should be taking advantage of. So please let me know in the comments below. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.